So I'm really excited about this map for Province because this was the first screenshot released by Philip. You can see it as the thumbnail, and it looks incredible.
It looks amazing.
It's a very new setting. That's something that I'm really excited to see.
I mean, it looks good, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up.
And I think one thing I want to say right now, and I want to say it in earlier maps, is like I like to be very critical and stuff in these recordings because I want to help the mapper learn how to get better. And so, like, I mean, I'm not saying that you did a bad job. I think everyone who submitted did a great job. It's really hard to submit these maps.
Oh, absolutely.
But we want to make it better because I think that's what the point of these getting this feedback is like, well, how can I do it better?
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, you want to put it on easy before?
Oh yeah.
I just realized it's still on normal. Normal is probably good for this one. I don't know.
I'll start with its normal and I might go down.
Okay.
All right. So let's try this.
Because I think City 7 was sort of compromised by putting it on easy. So I think normal would be good, although if it's too hard, we can bump it down for you.
So we're starting with its normal. We're going to see how it is. I'm really bad at this game.
This is hard, though.
Ooh,
Okay,
this is interesting.
Let's take a second to look around at this. So this is unfinished.
And you can see the dev textures.
It's using all dev textures. That doesn't prevent it from looking really interesting.
I love all the work.
Hold on,
Yeah,
what's that sound I hear?
I like this.
Combine sounding.
Combine.
It's a very detailed room.
And just the brushwork in this is amazing.
It's detailed in spite of the fact that it's just dev textures. Now, I mean, it's not. There's no props.
Kind of looks right, though.
Yeah.
That this is how it's supposed to be.
You think so?
I mean, the way
I would
the
love to
suit's
see
set
it
up and
finished
everything.
with wood on the like the wood furnishing on the doorway and the walls using wood paneling. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to make a competition out of texturing this map.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. So like every mapper gives a different
See that?
texture to it.
The water, is that skybox?
There's
yes.
no 3D skybox, so you can see the edge of the water. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
That's that thing switching up.
The soundscapes set a good
Oh wow.
water sound there.
I like this fiery thing. Is that over here? Is that what these things are? No.
Those don't have any fire in them, but those are like little lanterns. I think they're all
those ones
supposed
have
to
fire. Yeah.
I can tell that this map was probably intended for greater things, and it was just not finished. But
Yeah.
as far as unfinished goes, it's like, wow. Look at the detail on, just with brushes on the side there. You can see the wood support beams, the windows.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible
The
amount of detail
architecture.
for such a minimalist texture work on a map.
I mean,
Yeah, I really like the architecture. It's really good.
Can you imagine what it would look like with textures?
no.
Now, there's some civil protection officers over there. I wonder, you can shoot them from here without them seeing you. You can try to take them out from a distance where you can approach them, but I'd recommend trying to shoot them. They didn't seem to notice you.
That's convenient.
You only have... Okay, so you've got 4 bullets in your gun and 12 left, so you've got plenty to take them out from a distance. This is pretty easy. This is fish in a barrelville.
I like fishing.
Oh, he found me.
I think
He deployed a manhack, so
they
get ready
expect
for
you to
that.
go
I don't
out.
really know how to... Alright.
They expect you probably to run out there and then activate them. This is... Derek cringes.
No, I was moving closer.
Oh.
Cringing at my
Why'd you take that hit?
horrible...
Oh, another one. Here come the manhacks.
Did you just headshot that guy?
Yeah. Oh, it is Easyville.
Easyville's pretty easy. I like the use of aerial.
Yeah, there weren't any manhacks in the last map, but I feel like I could have used them.
Love that. Just so good. So good.
Now, I thought originally that there was snow on the roofs, but that's just the roofs are white.
Yeah.
So again, I can't really picture what it would look like with lighting and skybox and everything.
I know. Oh, goodness.
Sniper,
Ah.
get out of the way.
Yeah,
Whoa.
well, I didn't have anywhere to run.
It's going to be coming out of one of the windows, though, but none of the windows look different.
On a roof, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't go. Oh! A little bit of a jump scare, and It looks like this map is just fighting civil protection, which is an interesting choice. For you guys, it's been a while for you since we played Half-Life 2. The civil protection use pistols, stun sticks, and submachine guns, while the Combine soldiers use shotguns, submachine guns, and rifles. Now there's a sniper. You're really low on health. You gotta get some... okay.
We're trying
out of the way. You're gonna need to move pretty quickly in this section, I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Ammo is a thing I needed more of.
Yeah.
So, get in as much as I can.
Isn't going to give you much in the way of rifle ammo.
Oh my goodness!
There he... See where he came from? He came out of that window. It seems like he only fires if you go for the health. It's a trap. Like, don't go to the health and he won't appear.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot to learn from here in terms of brushwork. Like, I should just study this.
There's a lot of guys.
Now, the lighting is almost exclusively warm lighting. I wonder why they made that choice. Usually warm lighting is used to show players places where they can feel comfortable, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all here. I wonder if it would look different if it had textures. Like maybe the textures would all be very bluish. You're out in the open. Hide.
I know.
Hide.
I know,
hide.
but there's nowhere to hide.
Right in here. Get behind that cube. Get behind the cube. Oh, it came from behind you.
Oh, man.
It's coming for you. It's interesting that, you know, I think in Half-Life 2 you don't see that many stun stick troopers. Like, once you get your pistol, there's not that many guys that fight you with stun sticks. So it's interesting to see this many civil protection officers in one place, and with this much variety.
I feel like the textures would have been a lot better if you just used white instead of...
Oh, instead of what?
Instead of the Delta.
Really? Like, then you couldn't really see anything. Like,
no, I mean, not like,
lines,
I guess, a similar
like the
color.
lighting would, yeah, the lighting would give you some sense of shading, but then the lines kind of direct you to which way the brush is facing. I don't know. Careful. There's somebody up on that. Yeah, you got him. Good job.
Oh, not good job.
You really need some health before you do anything. Now, there's going to be somebody who sneaks up on you in that room.
I know.
You went behind the cube the last time and he got you. What are these cubes? I guess they're crates?
Or just decorative cubes.
You can just kind of use your imagination and figure out, like, what were these cubes?
They're kind of like the lighting, I thought.
Really get a
but they don't light
feel
anything
from this map?
They're like, just like a shade.
I don't know why.
Where did that guy come from when you hid behind the crate? This must be a different place than...
I think that they moved up. I'm guessing it curves around and they moved up the platform.
Oh, careful. Oh, took me off guard because I was expecting civil protection. No, they've got multiple shotgunners in one place. That's kind of a no-no, usually. I mean, there's exceptions. They're both going to rush you, so it's really hard to say. You can kind of max range them, I guess. Oh, good job.
Definitely. I don't know how long you're going to survive, though.
Yeah,
I know.
Seek medical attention.
I don't really have
Go to the doctor, dang it.
Get medical attention. This is your suit battery, so it will make you take damage slower, but it won't solve the problem. I love that. That was a good, effective ambush there. Oh, careful. You were close there.
I was close.
Yeah, you almost got all that armor.
Grenades. They're smart enough that they know to get out of the way. Nice. The physics in Half-Life 2 are so satisfying. I don't know if it'll ever get old. You lost your meat shield. There's a shotgunner coming too. Nice. too
A
many.
lot of guys.
I'm kind of lost at what I should do at this point. Because I'm so low on health.
Get more of the shield.
Get some juice. It's too late to get juice now.
Yeah. I don't think he's coming.
You almost have the grenades already. You're using all your good ammo on the low priority targets. Oh, did you see that?
No.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Did it bounce
I
off
can't
the
distract
wall?
you. Yeah, I did. There's 2 shotguns.
I know. I'm thinking about switching down to a lower difficulty.
Oh man, just get some juice and then run. And pick up the grenades and then retreat.
Shot to the left.
You got it. You got it. Okay, grenades.
Save those grenades for the bigger guys.
The guy with the pistol is going to take you out though.
What was that?
It's a man hat.
Oh. I thought it was a grenade flying.
Oh crap.
Careful of the 2 shotgun guys. Get out your crossbow. You can max range them. Get out the crossbow.
I'm working on it. I don't know how to find it.
Do it. 5. Okay.
Okay.
Get him. Keep your distance with the shotgunner. He can only shoot when he's close.
I'm dead.
Wow, that was lucky. He just kind of gave up.
That.
Like,
Good thing he ran away.
Where?
Get him.
Yeah, but I have a man hack that's gonna kill me.
Oh man, so close that time.
Alright, I'm gonna lower difficulty.
Oh man.
Just so we can get through it.
Yeah, it's because this is taking too long. And I'm not skilled enough to beat this.
Okay.
Bounce those grenades. I think you did a pretty good job of that.
Good job. Saving ammo.
Nice.
Might
Grab
want
the
to
shotgun.
watch out for the grenades.
Oh man.
Shotguns.
Oh man. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Nice.
Just quick save. Quick save.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
F6.
Can you hit it for me? Thank you.
Yeah, together.
Teamwork.
Teamwork! Alright, where's the stupid man hack? What do you even kill man hacks with?
Shotguns are crowbar. The easiest thing is the gravity gun if you pump them into the ground.
Oh yeah,
I don't have a gravity gun.
I know.
And there's more of them?
At least they're just the
Man.
weak pushover guys.
Yeah, but they're...
And they did give me health. I appreciate
They only
that.
give you soup, but
Whatever, same thing. That's not the same thing. Why don't you give me your health? I got some health. Quick save, quick save.
F6.
Cool.
Got it. Might
Alright.
be the end of the game.
No way.
I think so. With a map that's this high detail. Oh,
Well, that was inconvenient.
I wonder. Okay, you're back where you started. You need to use grenades to take out those things. That's why they had the grenade crate, I think.
That didn't work. Or it did.
I think there's another one, right?
Oh. Well, can't win them all.
But you can win some.
Oh.
Not that
Bad, bad, naughty.
one. Lost. You lost.
How do you even exercise the self-control to not start texturing when you get this far? You know? Use your right click to, like, underhand it to them.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna throw. Oh, nope.
Gotta watch those angles.
Yeah, I hit just.
Maybe you can bounce it off of that wall. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Probably gonna get him.
Oh, good.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, what? Oh no.
Is that intentional? It doesn't look like it. What's down there?
No.
This is very, like, Asian-esque.
Yeah, it looks probably Japanese, right?
I don't really know.
Well, I thought the whole architecture of this map looked very Japanese.
It did. It did.
Okay.
But this,
Now, there's a lot of brushes clipping into each other, which I don't really understand. For someone who took this amount of time, how can you clip that many brushes?
right, he must have used, like, instances, maybe?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
They do repeat.
A lot. He has to have. Why would he make something this beautiful and not use instances?
Well, you need to install a third-party pre-compiler to actually use them in Half-Life 2, unless you collapse them all onto the map before you compile, and that's just a hassle. It's complicated. And this is kind of nice. I like this.
What do I do now? Don't tell me I have to jump on that.
You probably do.
Wait, hold on.
If you go in the water, does that kill you?
Nope, not at all.
Oh.
Yay, I found my ancestors. Or whatever that's supposed
Now
to
you
be.
must pray to them. Pray to them now!
Okay.
No.
Well, no, what do you actually do? Press E on that torch.
I want to see that torch.
Look at my keep
Look what
wait-
that... Oh, I won!
Kept waiting for like some samurai robot thing to come
I
out. so
I
that
was
not
waiting
gonna
for
happen.
something. But no, that was a really cool map.
Yeah, look,
What
really
does
nice.
that mean? You blew out the candle. Does that represents something? What is it? Like, what's the story? I feel like this map, if it was 100% done, it would be just mind-blowing, and that's why it's only, 50, 75% done. Unless it really was intended to look that way the whole time.
I feel like it was intended. Why would you leave that many textures untextured?
Because he spent so long on the brushes, he's like, oh crap, the deadline's tomorrow. I just better submit. I mean, the whole thing was playable. It was completely functional. It seems like
Yeah, it
the
worked
textures
great.
were the last step.
I
He
think
even did
everything worked
soundscapes.
very well.
It was... I don't know.
I think-
There's no story. It was cool because it looked like in this ritzy house. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's a really cool setting. I love that setting. And you had like civil protection everywhere, like, because that makes sense because you're at a ritzy house. Civil protection's kind of watching it. There wasn't as many, there wasn't many combine, but there were combine, and that was really cool.
The traditional, now we probably butchered the country of origin, but the traditional East Asian type of architecture, that was really impressive. That's not something you see in Half-Life 2.
Never.
It's not Eastern Europe, it's Eastern Asia, and that's changes the aesthetic a lot.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of props. There wasn't like tables. There wasn't rooms. It kind of had. It looked really good, but it also reminds me of the last map we played, where it was a lot of the same.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't like things to explore or story to hear. Like it just like got past that part.
Yeah, there was even less verticality in this map.
There was some.
There was some,
but not as much.
Not like you're not shooting guys up. We were making it vertical.
Yeah,
We
I know
had
what
to
you're saying.
strategize for
Yeah,
that.
because you kind of
Otherwise
went down
they
the
just-
ramp.
Otherwise, they
but-
just threw guys at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were definitely too many guys. I actually liked the composition of the mix between the civil protection and the soldiers.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was
They did a pretty
actually
good
really
job.
cool.
But you're about double the amount that should have been spawned active at the time.
Yeah. And it could have had all those guys just not all active at the same time.
Yeah.
I did have to go down to easy, so like it was hard, it was challenging, but once it got to easy, it was. I almost think the other maps were a lot harder than it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Um,
Well, if you could just run and gun, pretty much.
yeah. So
There wasn't a big combination of enemies.
I guess if I was gonna try and give advice to this mapper, I wouldn't even say don't even worry about texturing. Like they look great.
No, I want to see the textures.
No, but
I need
what
to
you
see
need to
them.
worry about
Give it
is
to Derek for texture.
Use high resolution textures. No, I'm not even that good. Don't give
I'm
it
just
to
kidding.
me. I'm going to butcher
Just
it.
kidding.
no. What you need to use is give it story, give it props, give it things where you did very good with like the brushwork and making custom brushes and those lanterns and everything was really cool. But like, give a reason why you're going to this place. Like, you just showed up and we're blowing everything up. Like, what was at this particular person's house? Like, that it would have been cool if you could extend the story. Like, you blow out the torch and then you have to like go find the guy in his ritzy office and shoot the guy in the head. Like if it was an assassination mission, that'd be cool.
Is it ritzy or is it like? Yeah, it's ritzy. It looks very traditional.
Right. So like if there was like
it's hard to tell. Like, is this something that has been preserved, like a restoration? Is it just ritzy, like they designed it that way because they're rich? It's hard to tell, like, the time period. Is it just supposed to be an anachronistic map? That's another thing. It could be just supposed to be ancient, but with the Combine there. It's hard to tell because there's no
I don't think
story
there's any setting really.
Give a background.
And I'm just saying, like, one example though is like because it looks like ritzy. I'm picturing that because you have the civil protection kind of protecting it. Like if you just had the end of the map where you got to a section where you found a guy sitting in an office chair, he turns around his chair, or he's just sitting there, you go up and you shoot him in the face, and that ends the map.
I don't know. I think he wanted to end it on blowing out the torch, but I don't know why. Like, what did that mean?
And if you did that, my suggestion, that'd have been good. Or if you had to blow out the torch, if you had a reason. If there was some sort of symbol, like, behind it, if there was, like, text or some, not like on-screen text, but in-screen text, you know, something in the world that you can find that explains, like, what's going on here.
What the reason is, why is that so important to you to get to that? What does it mean to you? And I think if there was a 3D skybox, it sort of ground the setting, too, because, like, is there a citadel in the distance? You know, is this, like, a different city? Is this connected to a larger urban area? Or is it just sort of out in the middle of nowhere? There's a lot of questions that I have that the map doesn't visually answer.
And so I think that priorities-wise, we'd say biggest thing is you need to give context, you need to give a story to make a fulfilling ending.
I think a lot of people would say that's not the number one thing, but that's definitely what I think is the number one.
And that's what I think the number one is. I don't know. What do you think the number one?
I would say number one is just the gameplay and the taking on the enemies and. Like
so you're saying like less enemies or more verticality or
I think they need to find a way to make it hard instead of just throwing enemies at the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the number two priority is adding. I guess it's part of the number one still, but adding props, adding textures that add context.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of props.
Yeah. Well, do you need them when you have this detailed brushes?
Going
back to what I said about Half-Life 1 architecture, they had hardly any props because the brush geometry was so complicated. And I think that kind of works here.
But I think the props like paintings, things like that could have added
stuff that kind of grounds you in like the setting, shows the time period, shows like who's involved.
And the player's motivations.
Yeah.
But
I really want to see a Ville that's just texture this map Ville. I know the whole Half-Life did that once. This would be a great candidate.
Yeah, I definitely.
Like, how many different directions could you take this map without seriously changing the flow of gameplay or the enemies?
I mean, I actually really liked the texture how it was, but
there is none. It's the developer placeholders.
I know, but
they could have even done something with the story, made it like this is a non-concrete kind of like more of an abstract idea where there's like
maybe that was the intention. I mean, I'm assuming that he was in too deep and wasn't able to finish, but maybe it really was supposed to look like that. It's
like a dream world type thing. That blowing up the torch means you got back to reality. Like it could have been something like that. But
it was like someone's spiritual journey, sort of.
There needs to be something in the beginning that alludes to that.
Yeah. Like it just needed more context.
Something you see that gives you a sense of like what is your purpose.
But overall, I think I would give this. This is either on the higher end of the category that we were, it's higher end of it's good. I think the thing that holds it back is the context. The thing that holds it back is the combat was decent. It wasn't great. It wasn't wonderful. So that's my reservations of calling it It's Great. I think to be It's Great, it has to have something that's just cool that stands out in my head. Like this is what is awesome. And it had that with the architecture, but that's all the map had, really, was that architecture. And I know that's a lot, and I'm asking a lot, but I'm so story focused as a player and as a modern commentator that I think that's why I give it.
I'm a little bit disappointed because none of the entries so far have had a really compelling plot. Now, a lot of Villes don't. They don't do that. Some entries don't really have a plot, but they contribute something interesting to the existing story. If you sort of imagine them as a substitution, and I don't really get that sense here either. So there hasn't been a lot of things that really wowed me. There haven't been a lot of really new concepts. I mean, airboats and hunters in the first one.
That was the biggest concept change.
Yeah, that was neat, but there's nothing that like seriously changes up the formula or makes me. I mean, actually, the setting in this map maybe, but a little bit disappointed. I have high hopes for Bothersome Flies, which is the last one, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this more than once. No, yeah, I did about the texture and competition. Because there's so many different ways you can make it. I think this is probably the strongest one so far that we've seen.
But I still keep it in the same category as it's good. What would you say?
I would definitely say it's good. It's not great.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be great. I looked at the screenshot and I said, this looks amazing. This is going to wow me. But the gameplay just didn't have enough variety or complexity, or there wasn't enough puzzles, anything like that.
And there wasn't enough time to explore the map to make it so that you could get like if there was an area like this, if there was an area where you could kind of get grounded and like explore the area and then enter. This could have been as wow.
Yeah,
it could have been. It's great.
It's definitely above okay just for the visuals alone. I think it's good, but not great.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I'd say definitely a good, not a great. Because of what you guys said earlier, gameplay and everything. Honestly, the visuals are amazing, but I think that's also kind of lacking because it felt like it was a pretty small map.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was good to play.
Having entered, it's really hard to make large maps. I would say it's the appropriate size, but I know what you mean.
I don't think it's small by any means.
It would feel a lot larger if there was more variety to face in.
Right.
Even with the same physical size.
Even with the same physical size, if you just had an area where you could kind of like underground yourself ahead of time.
Yes.
Or
a puzzle to like slow you down.
Yes,
that sort of thing.
exactly.
Or more pacing.
Because like the second you started this map, you were in combat. Like you were fighting people.
I mean, they give you a little bit of time to just orient yourself before they start shooting, but other than that...
I mean, there wasn't time to really appreciate or look and figure out why you're here. And yeah. I just had a thought randomly that's not related to this, but related to this map, obviously. But it almost kind of looks like. Do you remember Inception? The kind of the castle in Inception.
Yeah, it does look like that. That's exactly what it looks like, and it's kind of the similar idea where it seems like sort of a dream world.
Yeah.
Unless that's unintentional.
Actually, reminds me of the James Bond movie.
Yeah.
Where he goes to the.
I probably haven't seen that one, but I understand like the kind of feel that you're talking about.
All right. And
what?
I think we're good.
Yeah.